now is the turn of my colleague, Paul Smits from the Joint Research Center, that will focus more on the technical part of Inspire, more precisely on the technical developments on data specification, network services, and the board. Please.
Thank you, Alessandro, and good afternoon to everyone. I realized that I'm standing between you and the lunch downstairs, so I will try to contain my presentation in a time that is digestible for you. Oh, sorry. I apologize, we are not synchronized here with the screens. So before I go into the details of the technical developments that are taking place, I will first recall the roadmap for Inspire concerning the developments that are still outstanding. In particular, that relates to the development of the implementing rules for the interoperability of spatial datasets and services for Annex 2 and 3 spatial data themes, and to the implementing rules for the services allowing spatial data services to be invoked. These are under the responsibility of the European Commission, but there's also another responsibility of the European Commission, as Daniele already referred to, and that is the establishment of the European portal for Inspire. This roadmap is driving the development of the various components of Inspire, and in terms of data specifications, I would like to recall in this moment the 3 annexes to the directive, which I presume you all know by heart now. In terms of the development of the Annex 1 data specifications, I think we have seen a tremendous effort by the stakeholders over the last couple of years to develop in time the specifications that were the basis for the draft Commission regulation on the interoperability of spatial data sets and services, which was approved by the Inspire Committee in December last year. Daniele already mentioned the code list amendment, so I won't go further into detail, also for the sake of time. In terms of the development for Annex 2 and 3 data themes, I think it is important to underline that the approach that we are taking is really focusing on remaining open and transparent. So the stakeholder participation that has been set in place for Annex 1 data theme development will continue also to be a model for Annex 2 and 3. However, there are a couple of challenges that we need to face for the development of the Annex 2 and 3 data themes. The first that comes to mind is, of course, the high number of data themes that we have, their interrelationships and dependencies. This is adding a level of complexity that should be managed quite carefully. An additional element, since we are moving now into the environmental domain, we also have the issue that not all thematic communities are actually aware of the importance of Inspire for their community. And that is something that we are working on in close relationship with the Member States contact points, but it is a concern, and it is not, and it is something that we need to monitor carefully. And last but not least, also the time that is available for the development of the data specifications for Annex 2 and 3 is quite short. The preparation that has been taking place for the development of Annex 2 and 3 data themes was completed last year with the terms of reference for the process, with the call for expression of interest for stakeholders to participate in the process, and also we launched a user requirement survey and we asked well, stakeholders to submit, in addition to domain experts, facilitators and editors, also reference material. The result of that call was quite impressive. We received 320 offers from the stakeholder community for experts that would be willing to participate in the development of Annex 2 and 3 data themes. They come from about 23 countries, and important to note here is that it is not only European Union member states that are having an interest, as was observed this morning, but also Australia, China, and the accession countries have shown clearly an interest. The results of the call led to the establishment of 19 thematic working groups, and you may notice that 19 is not exactly the same number as the outstanding number of data themes, and that is because we have grouped together a number of data themes that logically would fit well together. 30 editors and facilitators have been proposed in kind by the stakeholders, and we have selected 180 domain experts that were selected for the thematic working groups. What is important to note is with respect to the Annex 1 development is that almost all experts were supported by the legally mandated organizations. And these are organizations that have an institutional responsibility related to an aspect of the INSPIRE directive. On this view graph you see the grouping that has been done for the different data themes. As you can see, we have geology together with mineral resources, statistical units together with population distribution, atmospheric condition and meteorological geographical features, oceanographic geographical features and sea regions, and then a group that is combining the biogeographical regions, habitats, biotopes, and species distributions. So that makes 19 different groups that are already working. The kickoff of the process was in April. Unfortunately, there was some ash that prevented people to come physically together. So the kickoff was actually a virtual kickoff with web conference facilities. But the process started anyway. And it is expected that by autumn, by October more or less, the first version of the data specifications will be made available by the thematic working groups, so that we can have an internal consultation first on those data specifications. Then a next version will be made available in early 2011, which will be subject to the stakeholder consultation. And then the final version 3, is expected in the beginning of 2012, so that the Commission has enough time to actually use the version 3 as a basis for the legal act for the Annex 2 and 3 data themes. I apologize. My voice and slides were not synchronized, but I think it's clear. So what I will do now is I will talk about the network services. You already saw before that the regulation that covers discovery and view was already published, approved by the INSPIRE committee, so still in the legal process, is a draft regulation on download and transformation services, and that is expected to be published later this year. What is missing